Hi, everybody! In the news, we see these people in expensive and elegant suits that costs many times more than ordinary person's monthly salary. They travel mainly in expensive cars and relax in the most chic and popular resorts. What can we say about the cost of their accessories? For example, watches, which prices exceed the apartment's cost. It's also impossible not to mention real estate, most of which are scattered around the world. And of course, money hidden in the relatives and friends' bank accounts. I think you've already figured out who this video is about, the officials. Unfortunately, we have developed just such associations. However, you'll be surprised if you learn that they can be different, and we'll now talk about the proof of it. Mahmoud Ahmadinejad looks like an ordinary, unremarkable shepherd. But you may be surprised to learn that this man was the president of Iran from 2005 to 2013. I'm not talking about his incompetence, but just want to tell you information that was published in the media some time ago and caused a lot of ripple. This happened because, being a president, the man still went to work on a public bus, paying for ticket like other citizens. And his wife at that time worked as a simple cleaner and washed the floor in one of the educational institutions of the capital. Now listen to some more amazing and very shocking facts from this amazing politician's life. In an interview with a famous American magazine, Mahmoud was asked, "When you look in the mirror in the morning, what do you say to yourself?" He thought for a while and answered, "Always remember that you are a simple servant of the people." From the very first day, as soon as Mahmoud Ahmadinejad crossed the threshold of his office, he surprised everyone with his unusual actions. Most of all, his subordinates were surprised that his first decree was to give the expensive carpets that were in his office at that time to the mosque, and in their place, he purchased the most ordinary cheap carpets. However, this isn't all. When he first took office as president, his official declaration of property was quite modest. There was only an old car and a small house in the poorest area of the city, which he inherited more than 40 years ago from his father. But the most important thing that impressed his administration staff was that every day he brought to work his breakfast in a briefcase, several sandwiches with cheese and olive oil made by his wife. Under this rule, each minister signed a huge number of documents with numerous points when entering office, one of which stated that the officials shouldn't get rich, so his accounts and all the accounts of his relatives would have to be carefully checked. In 2013, after his retirement, he refused a substantial presidential pension. He explained his action by saying that he worked not for retirement, but for the good of the people. However, he said that he and his wife don't need too much money for a happy life. According to numerous sources, today, Mahmoud lives on $300 a month that he receives from lecturing at the university. When he stays at a hotel during forced business trips or trips, he asks for a simpler room, and sometimes even without a bed, as he likes to sleep on the floor. You will be surprised when you learn about his hobby. In his spare time, he likes to graze sheep, a thing that he loved as a child, and sometimes he helps street sweepers clean the streets in his neighborhood. According to data found on the internet, a few years ago, he put his car up for auction. Its cost was about $10,000, but the price greatly varied, and soon it reached almost $1 million when one person who wished to remain anonymous purchased this car. Despite the fact that even today, Mahmoud has a huge influence, he can also be seen walking around the city, as well as walking from the public transport stop to work. That's who he is, Mahmoud Ahmadinejad, the former president and a shepherd at the same time. What do you think about such people? Write your opinion in the comments and subscribe to the channel. And that's it for today. Thanks for watching and see you again.